You don't need 1,000 horsepower to be fast. I know social media may make you believe that because you've seen all of these kids building their full-on drag cars that barely even see the streets, if at all. But let me tell you, 400 horsepower, especially for a street car, is more than fast. I recently had a vehicle that I sold, but it was a 2019 C43 AMG making like 390 horsepower at the crank, maybe 350 or less at the wheel. And that car was fast. Like the 0 to 60 is like 4.1 seconds. And if you never actually sat in a vehicle, or definitely if you've never driven a vehicle that has a 0 to 60 that fast, you just don't know what fast is yet. You probably drive a 2.5 liter Nissan Altima that makes like 170 horsepower. That's not fast. And let's be real, most cars that make over 1,000 horsepower are mostly drag cars, or even if they're not full-on drag cars, they're mostly used at the drag strip. Like if you have 1,000 wheel horsepower, even crank, on the streets, like wait, what are you doing, you menace? Like there's not much you can really do with that on the streets. Even 400 seems like a little bit too much at times for the streets. Let me tell you, every time I drove my C43 AMG, if I were to hit like a downshift or two and then be revving around like 2 to 3k RPM, if I just like tap the gas a little bit, I'm getting like thrown back with the torque. Like that's a fast car. Like that's what I'm saying. Like let's really just think logically. What's a fast car? A car that definitely something that you can feel the torquiness of. If you ever hopped in a fast car and hit the gas, you're gonna be thrown back in your seat. Can we all agree on that? A fast car will throw you back in your seat. So if I did that with a car that probably has like 350 wheel, 400 is definitely fast. My point isn't just all 400 horsepower is fast or whatnot. I'm just trying to let you know, all of these people you see on social media building these full-on race cars, yeah, they're fast, but that's not the only thing that's fast out there. You can still have a fast car with a lot less horsepower than what you see on the internet. Like it's the internet. Like you're literally seeing people in all different financial situations, life situations, different parts of the world. Like of course someone's out there gonna be making like 2,000 horsepower. If you've never driven a car with even over 300 horsepower, I highly recommend you at least try a test drive one or something, and you'll experience what fast is. Regardless of what you drive, you gotta make sure you don't do anything that mentioned in this video on screen, because if you do, you're a bad driver.